Egg moves are moves that a Pokemon can learn from breeding with other species of Pokemon. They do not learn these moves naturally by level up, so they would normally be unavailable. In some cases, an egg move may also be a TM move, but usually this is not the case. Egg moves are typically only available if learned from other species of Pokemon. I think the best way to go over this concept will be with an example. So we are going to be using Growlithe for the rest of this video to illustrate each point. When a Pokemon hatches, they will know the level 1 moves in their learn set. You can use sites such as Therapy or PokemonDB to check the levels and movesets of Pokemon. For Growlithe, that'll be Leer and Ember. If I want better moves on my Growlithe, I could look for a Pokemon with a compatible egg move. These are the 6 moves Growlithe can learn as egg moves. If I want to breed one onto a child Growlithe, I'll need to find a parent in a compatible egg group that learns that move. I'll pick Raging Fury for this example, which is learned by Infernape at level 65. Infernape and Growlithe are in the Field Egg group, so they are allowed to breed together. I caught a male Chimchar and leveled it up to an Infernape that learned Raging Fury. Remember, when breeding with a different species, the child egg will be of the mother's species. So I need to use a female Growlithe or Arcanine with the male Infernape to get a child Growlithe with Raging Fury. And voila! This is the basic formula for getting egg moves that has been around for the past few generations. However, there is another much easier way to get egg moves in Scarlet and Violet, that being via the Mirror Herb. If you have a Pokemon that knows an egg move, like say this male Espeon with Double Edge and Morning Sun, you can place a Mirror Herb on the Pokemon you want to inherit an egg move, forget a move to have an open slot available in its moveset, then picnic with the 2 Pokemon. This will instantly teach the Pokemon holding the Mirror Herb the compatible egg move of the other Pokemon. Just be aware that moves taught in this way are temporary. If you choose to forget one, it cannot be relearned unless you use the Mirror Herb trick again. There's a few really cool things to note about using this method. For one, the Pokemon teaching an egg move can be any gender, any egg group, and even a Mon completely incapable of breeding. The move will still be mirrored if it is compatible. Also, if you breed a parent Pokemon that knows a mirrored egg move, that move will be considered a legitimate egg move by the children. Meaning if you make the child Pokemon forget it, they will be able to relearn it without needing a mirror. Another egg move mechanic involves level up moves. If you have 2 parent Pokemon that both know a move learned in the natural learn set of the baby species, you can breed them together to hatch a level 1 Pokemon with that move. For example, I have 2 high-level Growliths with Play Rough, learned at level 48. Breeding them together gets me a Growlithe with Play Rough at level 1. This also works if the Mon is of a different species. Take our Infernape from earlier. It can learn Flare Blitz at 47, while our female Growlithe will get it at 56. Breeding the 2 together will get a child Growlithe that also knows Flare Blitz despite being level 1. This trick does not work when breeding with Ditto, and unlike the Mirror Herb trick, there is no way to replicate this effect. Now, there are some niche situations that can occur when breeding egg moves and level up moves, which will never come up in standard breeding, as you typically pick 4 moves you want on a final evolution and just learn those. But if you are up for learning some advanced move interactions, keep watching. If you just wanted to know how to get an egg move, you are free to leave at this point, as what I'm about to go over may only hurt your brain. Anyways, warnings out of the way, let's discuss move priority. If, for some reason, you have multiple compatible egg moves on your parent Pokemon, the child will learn moves in this order. First, any level 1 moves. Then, any level up moves shared by the parents in level order. Followed by any egg moves on the father Pokemon in summary screen order. And finally, any egg moves on the mother Pokemon in summary screen order. Pokemon has a moveset max of 4 moves. If following this inheritance order results in more than 4 moves being learned, the oldest known move is deleted first. Given this priority order means that egg moves from the mother are almost always guaranteed to be passed to all offspring. So let's say we have a female Growlithe with Flamethrower, Play Rough, Morning Sun, and Double Edge, with a male Growlithe knowing Flamethrower, Play Rough, Double Kick, and Reversal. What moveset do you think the resulting child will have? I've put the moves in categories for you to easier visualize what to do. I'll give you 10 seconds. Pause if you really want to figure it out for yourself. Time's up. Let's see if you got it. The moveset in order will be Play Rough, Double Kick, Morning Sun, and Double Edge. I'm going to explain how now. If you got it correct and don't need an explanation, you can skip to the timestamp on screen. You're an Egg Priority Master already. For the people still around, Growlithe will learn Leer and Ember from the base box, then the shared Flamethrower and Play Rough in that order. The male parent's Double Kick is then learned pushing Leer off the 4 lists. Morning Sun from the female then kicks Ember off the list, and finally Double Edge on the female makes us forget Flamethrower, leaving these 4 moves. Note, it is possible for moves to be skipped over when breeding with more than 4 passable moves in one moveset, if when the game attempts to learn the move, it is already considered known. This is incredibly difficult to make happen normally, but it is possible. If you have, say, a male Growlithe with Flamethrower, Morning Sun, Double Kick, and Thrash, and we pair it with a female Growlithe knowing Flamethrower, Raging Fury, Morning Sun, and Double Edge, then the Growlithe child will learn Leer and Ember from the base box, then the shared Flamethrower, then Morning Sun to reach 4 moves. Double Kick over Leer, Thrash over Ember, Raging Fury over Flamethrower, and the second Morning Sun will be skipped, as it still knows Morning Sun. Finally, Double Edge over Morning Sun, as it is the oldest move, making this child Growlithe not have all the mother's egg moves, which is honestly a little crazy. As I stated earlier, this is not something you should ever come across if you are planning out your desired moveset ahead of time, but if I'm being thorough, I gotta mention it. Another small thing to note, you can teach up to 3 egg moves at a time using the mirror method, and even have multiple Pokemon with egg moves in your party to do this. Mirrored egg moves are learned in party order, followed by summary screen order, so put the Pokemon whose egg moves you want most at the top of your party. And that's everything for teaching egg moves to Pokemon. This is one of the more complex features, but it's also one of the coolest. If you're interested in knowing more about breeding, check out the playlist on screen. I'm done for now. I hope you have a lovely day.